History of my oldest ancestors of whom I am very proud descend. The legend of the magic ring of Fastrada. August 10, 794, dies Queen Fastrada of Franconia, my 36th grandmother, twice my grandmother, fourth wife of Emperor Charlemagne, my 36th grandfather, 23 times my grandfather, who according to legend, possessed a ring magician who kept the emperor enchanted by her. Fastrada of Franconia, born in Ingelheim in 765 and died on August 10, 794, was the daughter of Rodolfo III, Count of Franconia and Ida of Bavaria. Fastrada of Franconia was queen consort of East Francia by marriage to Emperor Charlemagne, my 36th grandfather, 23 times my grandfather, as his fourth wife. Biography. Fastrada of Franconia was born around 765 in Ingelheim, daughter of the powerful East Frankish Count Rudolf III, also called Edolf, and his wife, Ida of Bavaria. Fastrada became Charlemagne's fourth wife, marrying him in October 783, in Worms, Germany, a few months after the death of former Queen Hildegard of Vinchgau, my 36th grandmother, 23 times my grandmother. A likely reason behind this marriage was to solidify a Frankish alliance east of the Rhine when Charlemagne was still fighting the Saxons. Fastrada exerted great influence on Emperor Charlemagne. Due to this great influence of Fastrada, Pepin, son of Charlemagne and Himiltrud, was publicly tonsured after an attempted rebellion against his father and ended up becoming a monk. Fastrada of Franconia gained a reputation for cruelty as soon as he arrived at the court of Charlemagne, as reported by chronicler Einhard in his work Vita Caroli Magni. Contemporary sources suggest that she played a very active role alongside her husband. In 793, Charlemagne introduced a type of coin bearing the effigy of Fastrada. It is the first known Carolingian coin with a queen depicted on it. Scholars suggest that Charlemagne was inspired to mint this coin after Offa of Mercia had previously done so for his wife Seintrich. After Christmas 793, Charlemagne and Fastrada went from Würzburg to Frankfurt, in present-day Germany, where Fastrada died on August 10, 794, during the Synod of Frankfurt. It is said that Charlemagne never returned to the place of his death, out of mourning for her. He buried her in St. James's Abbey, Alban, Mainz, before the abbey was completed, and hung his silver spindle over the altar. His tomb was made of white marble, adorned with gold and statues. After the destruction of St. Alban in 1552, his tombstone was transferred to Mainz Cathedral, where, even today, it can be seen on the wall of the south nave. The inscription says the following: "The pious wife of Charles, called Fastrada, loved by Christ, lies here covered in marble. In the year 794. What number to add to the resist meter? Pious King, whom the maiden clothed, grant, if she crumbles to ashes here too. May your spirit be the heir of the country that knows no affliction." The legend of the magic ring of Fastrada. The legend of the ring of Fastrada tells about a magical ring that Fastrada would have received from Charlemagne. This ring, whose stone was a gift from a snake, linked Charlemagne to Fastrada in such a way that he did not want to release his corpse for burial, even when it was already beginning to decompose. Family and descent. From the marriage between Emperor Charlemagne and Fastrada of Franconia, the following were born: Adaltrud, married Goslin of Maine, my 35th grandparents, twice my grandparents. Theodrada. Hiltrud, married Richwin of Padua.